Now, with new details in the arrest in the Delphi murders case, police have charged a local pharmacy worker with 2 counts of murder in the killings of 2 teenage girls in 2017. But officials say the investigation is far from over. Alex Perez is in Delphi, Indiana, with more. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Take a look. You can see the memorial where the girls were last seen, near where the girls were last seen, is still growing here. Now, the suspect lived less than 2 miles from where they vanished.
This morning, we're learning more about Richard Allen, the man Indiana State Police say killed 14-year-old Libby German and 13-year-old Abby Williams.
He's been charged with 2 counts of murder.
Allen's arrest comes almost 6 years since the murders.
We committed a long time ago that this day would come, and I wish I could take their hurt away, but I can't.
50-year-old Allen is a Delphi, Indiana local, married and father to a daughter. He worked as a pharmacy tech at the CVS on Main Street in this tight-knit community. Libby German's family in disbelief.
You know, it's hard. How can somebody do that and then just go on living life like nothing happened? I don't understand. Probably never will understand that.
Libby's aunt telling family members she actually crossed paths with Allen at CVS once. He didn't charge her for pictures she printed out for Libby's funeral. At the time, police releasing 2 sketches of a suspect, always warning he could be a member of the community. Allen is seen in this picture his wife posted to Facebook at a local bar. Behind him, one of those sketches can be seen. Allen lived less than 2 miles from the trail where Libby and Abby vanished in February of 2017. Since the girls' bodies were discovered, investigators have sifted through more than 70,000 tips and zeroed in on key evidence found on Libby's phone, including this grainy picture of the suspect and this chilling audio believed to be his voice. Authorities have not revealed what led them to Allen, nor why the girls may have been targeted. Allen has pleaded not guilty. Libby German's family says their heartache still feels fresh, but their focus now is on getting a conviction.
It hurts. We're real people. It's real lives. Some people forget that they are reading, and it becomes entertainment. It becomes a game to some. And they just forget that it's real people living a real nightmare.
And the suspect is being held without bond. He's due in court January 13th. Guys?
Okay, Alex, thanks. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. So we have an arrest, Dan. We don't know a lot more.
No, we don't. Here's what we do know, is that a couple of weeks ago, there was a search warrant executed at his house. And that tells us 2 things. Number 1 is that they had probable cause to go into his house a couple of weeks ago. And secondly, it would certainly suggest that they found additional evidence when they went into the home that confirmed those suspicions. We don't know that for certain, but based on the timeline, that would certainly seem to be the case.
And you heard people say, how can you do this and just kind of just go on like nothing has happened? And to quote the police, how does someone like this hide in plain sight?
Yeah, and they've long believed that the person responsible was living in the community, that the person was likely a local. And you talk to people who do this all the time, and they'll tell you that they live kind of these 2 lives, right? The one life is of the potential murderer, and another is as a perfectly acceptable and potentially beneficial member of the society.
And Dan, you say the search happened because they had probable cause, but the probable cause affidavit has been sealed. Why are officials being so secretive?
I think it's because they believe there could be another person involved. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the person was involved in the killing, because it seems that the crime scene also may have been staged. So maybe there was someone else who was involved. Maybe, I mean, look, this is possible that, he was involved in one part, and they're looking for someone involved in another part. We just don't know, but it is odd that they haven't released any more details, and that they're keeping everything so tight, so close to the vest, even though there's now been a charge. That's what I suspect, because when you're doing this kind of investigation, you do want to make sure that if there's someone else out there, that they don't have all the information, right? You want to be able to know this is something only the killer or someone involved could have known or would have known. And if all the information's out there, then that wouldn't be the case.
Well, Dan Abrams, we certainly appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.